Hey, Aurelia Wynn checking in. Man, it has been a while since I have been on Instagram Live. I hope that everybody has been doing great. Hey, love, come on in. I have been doing okay. We gonna catch up on what's tea with me. Let's see. Last week, I not even just last week. I want to say it's been the last couple of weeks. Honestly, I've been struggling with just minor migraines. And not even minor, honestly. It's taken me out for like hours. Like I just wouldn't be able to function. Just had okay, not minor. I think I'm trying to downplay it. I've had serious headaches. And so if you're wondering like what's with the specs today, yeah, I've had to I recently had to get some. These are not like reading glasses. I do need glasses to see. Okay, I do. But these glasses are for they're blue light protecting glasses. I got them on Amazon. And because I look at the computer for long hours and hours a day, I had to get them. I could not continue to be down and not work on my craft, because this is what I love to do and this is what pays the bills. And so I'm back. I'm waiting on some glasses now. Actually, y'all know, if you order glasses, and even if you go through like your what are they called? Anyways, if you order glasses, they take about a month or so, 3 weeks or so to get to you. And so I ordered some prescription glasses, so that way these headaches will go away. And so that's where I've been trying to get better, and also resting. But in the last couple of days, today's Monday, so if you're watching this replay, in the last couple of days over the weekend, I was able to get my writing done. Finally. My headache subsided. It went away long enough for me to finish writing and publishing the 2 books that I wanted to put out in May now. And today is June 27th. And so I'm so glad I was able to get those done today, because man, it was also causing a little bit of stress. And let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we feel when we don't complete projects that we know we should complete. Sometimes it's procrastination. And sometimes our procrastination comes from being overwhelmed or not having a sense of direction. And if that's the case for you, because I want to say, I don't know if I felt overwhelmed. Maybe I did, because what helped me was I had to simplify the process. I just had to simplify it and get it done, right? C's get degrees, baby. And I was never that student. I was always like the A+ student, overachiever, high standards. I grew up with women who expected the very best of me. But at this big age, baby, look, I just am trying to do my best. I am just trying to do my best. And so what I put out there, I'm very proud. And so recently, which it just was released today, actually, I'm looking at my computer because the name of the book is very long. And so it's called The Self-Publishing Roadmap, The Complete Guide to Publishing Freedom Through Creative Writing, Marketing, and Selling Books in the United States. It is out now. This book was supposed to be done 2 weeks ago. That was my deadline for myself, 2 weeks ago. And I will be the first to say, sometimes we do, or I will speak for myself, sometimes I set unrealistic deadlines for myself. Sometimes I overestimate the amount of work or effort or hours or I underestimate the amount of hours and time it will take me to complete something, right? And I gotta stop that. And I think that we all have to do something about that. Hey. And so it's done. But in like hindsight, I'm thinking, man, hey, thank you. I'm thinking, man, like, I could have not been so stressed out if I would have just been realistic with myself. Look, it actually takes me a couple of months to write a book, right? It takes a couple of months to actually get the writing done. And so the fact that I was like thinking that I was like this superhero, because in my mind I got it going on. But that's not what was showing up. And I was stressed out, like, girl, you know you got it going on. What's the deal? The deal was I had to simplify it. And sometimes that's just what we have to do with ourselves as writers, is like, we really got to check ourselves. Like, yo, are you really being for real right now? Like, yes, you're an amazing writer. Yes, you're an amazing author. Yes, you got it going on when it comes to publishing books and formatting books, but check yourself. Where are you at in your own life? And as I'm telling you this, I'm telling myself, okay, so I'm in this boat with you. But I'm like, dang, like, oh, okay. Like, I'm in this part of my life where I relocated. And so the stress of like having to adjust to a different culture of people, which I thought I was used to before because I lived here before, but because I'm different, I'm received different, people are different. It wasn't what I expected. Expectations were not met, and that's okay. But having to like make those adjustments while writing and while like my child, she's going to be 8 tomorrow, so I'm not going to be on here. All of these different things. And then like there was a situation last week. There was a situation on Sunday last week, which totally threw me off, totally threw my writing off, totally threw my whole schedule off. But I continued to try to show up, and my body was like, girl, you need to rest. My mind was like, girl, you need to rest. I had ran into someone that I had not seen in 4 years and immediately felt in danger. Okay? Immediately felt in danger. I was like, oh, hell no, I got to get out of here. And I left. But that whole experience totally like set me back mentally. And I had to call some people. I'm so grateful for my tribe, and they know who they are. And if you're watching this replay, I love you so much. And thank you for being there for your girl and holding it down for me. But man, when your life is like hectic, it's hard to be in that creative flow. And that's where I thrive. That's where I love to be. But I also have to recognize that I am human. I am human. So that means I'm going to have some days that are not good. I'm going to have some days where I feel whatever I'm feeling, whether I'm wrapped up in some emotion or some situation or whatever's going on. And I just have to know that that's okay. If you're just joining me now, I was sharing earlier that when you come from a family, which I love my family, hear me, I love them. When you come from a line of women where they expect the very best of you and expectations are like this and you feel like you're drowning sometimes. Yeah. And so, but I had to sit with myself and say, hey, you are a grown-ass woman. You're an adult. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. Actually, it's in your weakness that your strength shines through so much. And that was a conversation that I had to have, not only with myself, but with a friend. A friend said, hey, listen, Aurelia, like, look, you're good. Like, you're good. Everything that you're going through, your hardships, everything that you're going through is for a purpose. And my mom had already told me that a long time ago. She said, sometimes you will go through things that you think, what the hell? Like, what? Why me? Right? And in some cases it is for you. It's there to teach you a lesson. But in some cases it's for you to share it with somebody else, to say, hey, this is what I've dealt with. And this is how I got through it. And eat the meat, spit out the bones. Take what resonates with you, and whatever doesn't, kick it to the side. Don't even worry about it. And so that's why I share that with you, that it took me, I wanted to be done with this writing back in May. Here we are, June 27th. I'm done. I'm done writing books for a little bit. I'm shifting my focus. Earlier I met with someone from the Small Business Development Center out here, your girl, I want a bookstore. I want a bookstore so bad. It's been on my mind for the last few months. And so I got a business plan going. I'm working with somebody to help me bring it to life. I already have an online bookstore, and I want to merge it with my publishing company, and I want to continue doing what I'm already doing, which is just kind of sharing and teaching independent authors and writers, because I feel like this industry, the book publishing industry, not only is it not diverse, okay? That ain't nothing new. Not only is it not diverse, but it also, we lack a lot of education. There's a lot of gatekeepers. There's a lot of gatekeepers in the book publishing industry. And I don't know, I just got some stuff I want to share. I think that we will all do better when those of us who know something can share what they know. And that's even something that I have challenged my authors that I work with at Win Publications is, look, baby, it's time to turn up the volume on whatever subliminal messages that you have within your book. Quit playing games. This is not the time. This is not the time. Okay? This is not the time. Right now is the time to get a little bit louder. And so that's my goal. That's my mission within these next 365 days. Yes, I'm aware that it's barely only going to be the third quarter, come July. If you're in the business world, that's how I roll. This was second quarter. We're heading into the third quarter. You can start new goals. You can challenge yourself right now today. You don't even have to wait till July 1st. But I'm just saying, as of July 1st, for me, I'm ready to turn the volume up. I got to. I'm so uncomfortable with just being quiet about the things that I share with my tribe offline. I know that I have a platform, and I'm ready to share it here. And so that includes, earlier today I did share that I updated my about on my website, misswin.com. If you head there and click on Meet Aurelia, I went ahead and updated that because I wanted it to be a better reflection of myself and the things that I want to share. And so, of course, I'm going to continue talking and giving y'all the gems about book publishing. But I want to tell you guys how writing has healed me. Like writing, oh my God, journaling. As a single mama, look, when I didn't have nobody to talk to, when I didn't have a tribe, my journal and prayer, baby, look, we're not ready for this. We're not ready for this conversation, but I'm just saying this is what's coming up. I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell you all about it more. But writing to heal, what story are you telling yourself? Right? And that was something that even I've been working on even now, is like, what story am I telling myself? Is this a good thing? Am I telling myself something great, or is this negative? And if it's negative, how is this affecting me? How do I feel? Right? And knowing that whatever the answer is to that I can change it. Okay? Because there's so much power in that. And then something else that I want to talk about, which literally I just said, change your mind, change your life. So my background is, I was born and raised Christian. I, for whatever reason, attract a lot of spiritual people. And so I'm very aware of that, but also the science of it. So I did go to school to be a marriage and family therapist. And so one of the practices with marriage and family therapists that sat with me so much and just continues to be on my mind heavy is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is exactly that. Change your mind, change your life. If you renew your mind, you will be transformed, right? And that's my next signature topic is Project Healer, restoration as transformation. Let me tell you, as someone who has been a victim of domestic violence and sexual assault, but who has been able to run a business for the last 4.5 years, who has been able to continue to be a dope ass single mama to my child, who has continued to hold it down and grow while I'm healing. Man, restoration, making old things new, is my story for show. And so I want to talk to you all about that too. And just be vulnerable. I think I do so much better when I'm just being myself. And I hope that you all have been catching on to that. But I think that I've been myself for a while, but I hope you're ready. Your girl is coming out of her shell. And at this point, I mean, when you've had, and trigger warning, I'm going to share a small detail about my abusive situation. When you've had someone try to take your life by suffocating you, by putting their hands around your neck, okay? When you've had that happen to you, there's nothing that anybody can say to you to end you. There's words? What, you think words are going to hurt me? Absolutely not. I've already been through so much hell. I've already been through hell, right? And so I'm just saying, and that was something that even I had to recognize, like recently, like last week, recently, like there's nothing that anybody can say to stop me because I've already tried to be stopped. And I'm still here. Like, come on, God, like what's really, like, I'm still here. So obviously there's something for me to share. There's something for me to do. I'm very aware of my purpose. And at this point, I've been working in it, but it's time to turn up the volume on it. And I'm challenging those who feel like they've been working in their purpose, who they've been doing what they know that they're called to do, but maybe have been behind the scenes or have been doing some subliminal type of stuff. It's time to turn up the volume on yourself, turn up the volume on your message, share who you are. And that's something that I even learned. So I spent 7 years in college, way too long, right? 7 years in college until I finally got my degree. But one of the things that I learned through, it's marketing, but it's also being completely honest, is that people buy from who they know. And so if they don't know you, as in you're not authentic, as in you're not genuine, they're not going to buy from you. They're not going to trust you. And honestly, if we didn't need money to live, I don't know that a lot of us would be vulnerable or that we would be in the position of where we are. But if you look at any of the big name celebrities or just think of your role model. It could even be like someone that's in your life that you know. A lot of times they're your role model because you know their story, you know their history, you know their background. And that's wisdom. That's following wisdom and advice when you align yourself and you do the same. And so that's what I'm saying is I am following wisdom, I'm following advice, and I'm being vulnerable and I'm sharing my story with you. Because maybe it'll help somebody. Honestly, maybe it'll be inspiration for somebody, but also it's a part of my Project Healer Restoration is Transformation. When you're able to talk about your ugly, your nasty, as well as talk about your accomplishments and what you're working on and where you're at in life, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I've seen that happen in other people's lives. And even in my own lives, even in my own life, I've witnessed that happening as well, where I will share my story about how I've been through abusive relationships and where I'm at as far as business and like finding my tribe and stuff like that, and seeing how I feel good about that, and then how that it's almost like a ripple effect, right? I always hear like, oh, Aurelia, thank you so much for sharing that. Because of you, I was able to share my story, or I was encouraged, or I, was able to take that next step. To me, that means that's a job well done. That means that I did what I knew to do was right, and then that encouraged somebody else to do what they know is right. And so that was a lot. I didn't know we were going to go that way. I just really wanted to share that I was done writing, that it was hard for me. It was so hard for me to get it done because I was stressed out with my life personally. And it was hard for me to get in that creative realm again. But when I was able to come to a place of harmony and peace, in spite of everything that's still going on, in spite of everything that's going on in my life, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I hope that others can find that things don't have to be perfect for you to be happy. You can continue to be in the middle of your mess, but if you have faith and you're able to change your mind about what you're seeing, your life will change. And so that's all. My book is out now. the Self-Publisher's Roadmap. It's out. It's available on Amazon, but you can also get it on misswin.com. And then my just finished today, my journal. It's called Restore, and hopefully that'll be out in the next 72 hours on Amazon as well as on my website. And so that's it for me. I'm done writing for a while. My next thing is focusing on teaching and focusing on getting my bookstore up and running within the next 3 to 6 months. And so that's it. That's all I have for today. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. She will be 8 years old. My baby will be 8. Oh my goodness. It's just her and I. Anyway, and so I will see you all on Wednesday. We'll probably meet earlier because I have a meeting at 8 o'clock that day. So I'll be here 7 o'clock Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, dropping the gems with you all. And so I will see you then. Thank you. Have a good night.